Welcome to Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation. This podcast was created for the boomer woman leaving corporate, and now you're looking to reinvent yourself, become an author, an entrepreneur, a podcaster. Well, each episode will leave you with clarity. You will come away with the yes, I can and yes, I will reinvent myself mindset. So come on, let's do this. I'm your host, Margot Levette. Sponsors for Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation are Podcast Academy Online. Learn to podcast like an adult, built for the busy entrepreneur or the hobbyist. Visit our membership community at podcastacademyonline.com. And Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout, the easiest, best way to promote and track your podcast. Your show could be online, listed in all of the major directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Get your $20 Amazon gift card for signing up. The link is in the show notes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another edition of Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation. Well, today I want to bring you two founders, two ladies who believe in it takes a village to move the needle. And when we are talking about businesses and growth, especially these days, we need more minds involved than just one. So they created the Trust Village. I have had a chance to visit the village, and it is really quite remarkable. So let me introduce you all to Josandra Gibbs and Tanya Vargas. They are the founders, they are the brains behind the Trust Village. So welcome, ladies, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Miss Margot, for having me.
Thank you, Margot.
Oh, well, I am excited. Trust Village, just the name. You all have really put some thought and some time into it. So let's start out. I don't know who wants to pick it up first, but let's hear about the story of the Trust Village.
Well, Miss Margot, I'll take that portion of the interview. Yes, how the story of the Trust Village got started. Well, actually, it started with a simple conversation. I called my dear friend Tanya. We were just talking about the nature of what we're going through right now with this historic pandemic. And we're just talking about some past business opportunities that we were involved in and some of the pros and cons of that journey. And so we just got to talking about some things, and we were had reconnected on a business project. And we were just talking about, when we build this team for this particular project, we will create a environment, a place where people with entrepreneurial vision, we're all on the same page, a place where they can feel supported and loved and uplifted. And so we agreed on that. And then we decided, okay, hey, we got to come up with a name, and it got to mean something. It's got to mean something. So I knew I wanted village. And the reason why I knew I wanted village, I had just recently, a couple of years ago, experienced a village vibe with moving into a family property. And we all got together to raise my great nephew. And it was just a wonderful experience. It was just a wonderful experience. And I plan to write a book about it called The Village. It Takes a Village to raise a child. And so I was telling her that. So we decided we definitely gonna keep the village. And then we got to thinking about the characteristics of what we wanted in this community. And the word trust kept coming up. It just kept coming up. And so finally Tanya just said, well, how about the Trust Village? And I said, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Wow. That's a great story. And these days, you know what, ladies, it is hard to find, I think, and let me just not make a blanket statement, but when you find people that you can trust, you do link arm in arm with them, and that's when you get things done, because you're not watching your back, as to say, but you're looking forward and you're moving forward with these folks in a village setting. What a story. I want to move on to, what about the mission? Now we know how we have the name, this good, strong name, and we know that there is power in a name. What's the mission of the Trust Village?
Margot, I will take that part. Hi, everybody. This is Tanya Vargas. And our mission is simply this. It's an initiative to bring our people together as a village globally in order to build together. It's time to combine our brilliance and wisdom from every part of the world in order to secure our future and legacies in the fashion of our ancestors.
Yes. Yes.
You know, our ancestors' model has always worked. So, you know, we're going to come together in their fashion as a village and support and build the community. Like we're just going to do what they did.
And I love the fact that you said global, because so many people always want to fish in the same old zip code, the same old pond. When events go on, it's the same old people who are a part of it. And when you expand, oh my God, that's when the magic can happen. So Trust Village, how is it being received globally? How are you all? Yeah, how's it being received since you're putting it out? You're starting out on a global level.
Well, Sandra, did you want to go, or, you know, you want me to go?
You go ahead, my dear.
Okay. Well, I can say that I have people that I'm working with from Nigeria, and, you know, it's a huge team. I have a very close friend that's like a brother, and he's originally from Nigeria, and he has family and friends, a whole host of people, his mother. And then I have a team of people, friends, very close, that are from Ethiopia originally. Mm-hmm. And it's being very well received. You know, it's wonderful. You know, it is really truly like a global village, because we commune with each other. We get together, even though we're world, you know, they're on the other side. A lot of the people that's in our village are on the other side of the world, in Africa. We have people over here in America, but we're all communicating online. We're talking with each other, you know, we're having meetings, we're getting in Zooms, we're having chats with each other, and we are talking on the phone with each other. Mm-hmm. I have never had this many people from different, you know, parts of the world, you know, and being able to have this type of connection, and they be excited and we be excited. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people always have all these negative thoughts about how people are on the other side of the world, and they had the same feelings about us. But once we got all of that out of the way and we started interacting with each other, it was a very pleasant surprise. Everybody are acting like family, and you will be amazed at how fast bonds form.
But that's what happens when you know, like, and trust people, and everybody's on the same trajectory. They see how their businesses can thrive together. That is awesome. Now, I'm really excited about this next question also, because you've already laid the foundation of, you all started out global. You're not going global, you're already global. So tell me about the new global Black Wall Street. What is that all about?
Well, this is Cassandra. I'm going to take that. Well, it was real critical that we included global in that vibe that's circulating the world right now, because of the pandemic, because of the unjust all over the world, with the police brutality and things of that nature, the Black Lives Matter movement and whatnot. It created this vibe that we're beginning to let our guards down, and we're beginning to want to do business with one another. And I was blessed. I've been blessed to travel the world. I've lived overseas. I've been blessed to see our brothers and sisters all over the globe, Africa, the Caribbean, Asia, the Middle East, all over the world. And I realized that it's our time. It's our time now to unite, to connect, to do business together. And I have a dear friend, her name is Gail McKenzie, and she was blessed to be a personal attaché for a king in Africa, and for 25 years. And when she retired, she started a business called Contact International, where her goal was to connect business owners in the States with business owners and entrepreneurs in Africa. And I mean the entire diaspora. And so I've known her for over 15 years. And she used to always ask me, why haven't you really taken advantage of my relationships, my contacts, and this and that? And I said, I've been waiting, my sister. I've been waiting for the right time. And I know God will let me know when that'll be. And trust me, it is now. Yes. Right now, right in the middle of a pandemic. It's our time to thrive, not just simply survive. It's time for us to thrive right now. So that's how, as far as the Trust Village is concerned, and me and Tanya's vibration is that we need to promote the new global Black Wall Street. And that's why the key word in our group, our community, is trust, which stands for teamwork, respect, unify, strategic, and transformational. That's key. That's key in building any relationship, including business relationships. And so that's so important to us. We focus on service, and we know, and the members of our community know that if you do that, the money comes anyway. Yes. It comes 10 times, 100 times. And so that's the vibration of our group. That's why we're attracting so much. We're attracting like-minded individuals to be a part of this blessing. And so we're excited. We're excited where things are headed. I truly look at it, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I call this pandemic the Corona gift, because as far as I'm concerned, it has woke some folk up. It's woke our people up. It has woken something deep inside. I've always had the entrepreneur. I'm taking it to a whole nother level. I hear you. You know, and so yes, so we're excited about where things are headed, and what part that the Trust Village has in that movement.
I'm so glad that you all didn't delay in starting it, because so many people, they were fit into, you know how we always fit into, and fit into never gets gone. It never gets anything done. Now this is exciting, that because you know what, we always hear about our African diaspora brothers and sisters wanting to do business with us, people and many women in the Caribbean wanting to do business with us. But how do we get connected when you don't know anyone? So now the Trust Village has really done that. This is exciting stuff to me. I'm loving everything that I hear, and this is a win-win situation because of just how the Trust Village, TRUST, those are the pillars upon which you all have built. So out of these pillars, I see something else that you all are doing, and it's steeped in our African tradition. Tell us about the susu, which some of us, it has escaped our reality, but you guys are bringing it back. It's roaring back. And tell us about the susu.
Yes, ma'am. I sure will tell you about the susu, and you are absolutely correct. This is something that our ancestors have done, and it's a wonderful thing that has come back to the forefront. But a lot of people are getting some misconceptions about it because of people out here that are misinformed and using the susu in the wrong way. You know, there are gifting programs out there, and people are confusing a susu with the gifting program, and it's not, the same thing. There's some similarities, but it's not the same thing. It is something that is a tradition that is still currently going on today, although people have popularized it, now in the current things that are going on, all the bad stuff that is going on with the corona. It's taken on like a second type of I don't know the word to the best word for it, but it's taking on like a 7-second life. Some life has been breathed into it because a lot of people are seeing a benefit from it, but some people, like I said, are taking it, are using it for the wrong purposes. Trust is very important, like you said. So we decided we would do some research and find out the information to bring to the people and share it with them in the Trust Village, so they would understand that if they're getting into these programs and they're getting into gifting and all of these things, to be careful and actually know what it is that you're being involved with. Our Susu, why we came up with it, is because we want to protect, we want to protect our people and show them the right way to do it. Show them the way that our ancestors did it. Our ancestors did it as a community. They did it as a village. They did it to bless the community, to make sure that everybody was prospering. Everybody was getting, oh, go ahead.
Tanya, I just want to break in here because this is a new concept to so many people. And I just want you to start out with, I hear you say it's a way to bless people and it's a part of community. But at the root of it all, what is the reason and what is the purpose for a susu? How does it function? How does it benefit? Because everybody wants to know what's in it for me. And if there are charlatans out there that are really taking it away from what it's supposed to be, let's take it down to the root of what is a susu, what is it, and what does it look like, and why should people care about it, especially in the Trust Village?
Oh, absolutely. And thank you for asking that question. What it looks like, what it is like a community bank. Just think of how, people, especially Black people in the community, would want to go and take out a loan at the bank, and they have all these unfair practices set up where you can't actually get a loan, even if you have good standing with your bank, even if you've been with your bank for years and years. This is like, the old-fashioned community bank. You don't need to worry about paying back any fees or anything like that have accumulated, because this is all of the community relying on each other, giving each other a helping hand. Everybody's coming together, pooling their resources. They're all putting their money in the pot. Each person that is in that group is relying on each other, trusting each other, sharing with each other, agreeing with each other that they're going to give this person the money. They're going to take, after a certain time, they put the money in, they choose first, second, third, whoever's going to be gifted, and then that person receives the money and they take that money to use it for whatever they're going to use it for, whether it be building, they might want to build a home. They might want to put their child through college. All these different things that you want to do in the world, that you may not.
Tanya, are you with us?
Not have an opportunity to do because you don't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you went out, but you're back.
Can you hear me?
Back.
Mm-hmm. We can hear you. We can hear you now.
Okay.
You're back.
Okay. Thank you. Did you miss anything? I don't know how long I was out.
I just want to know what you talked about, how a person everybody pools together, and then when it's your turn to receive that pot that everybody's been giving to, then you can use that money any way that you want to. My question on the susu, just for clarity's sake, is that now you put in every week, every month, a set amount, and then that just rotates until it gets to you. How does that work?
That's exactly how it works. All the susus, there are many different cultures that do susu in Africa. There are people in the Latin, communities that do susu. People in Jamaica, the islands do susu. It depends on your culture, your area, how you want to set it up. But they're all, at the root, pretty much the same. It could be weekly. It could be daily, it could be monthly. It just depends on the group getting together, what they decide upon. And it's just what you said. After, they collect the money and it gets to that designated time, that amount of money, that pot goes to that person, and then it goes around, like you said, and it can be continuous. There are people, I know people, that are in the community right now. Fifi, who I'm very close to, she's Ethiopian. They do it not only over in Ethiopia, but they're doing it over here, carrying on old school traditions from, centuries ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very powerful, but what is important that people understand what it's for, and, not to abuse it, so people won't put a bad name on it, and use it for the purpose of helping our community to survive, helping our community to thrive. So that's why I love it. When I found out, the roots of it, how it began, which we're sharing with people, because we collected that information, and I do a presentation to share with people so they can know what it is and what it isn't. When they become a part of the Trust Village, that's another one of the options for people to get in. And it's like another part of a pay it forward movement that we started.
And
that's
when you're with people that you trust, then you put into a certain amount and you put it into that pot and it circulates. Have you all decided how often a person puts in? Is it weekly, monthly? Have you all, because I heard you say that different parts of Africa, different parts of the world that are doing susu, they do it a little bit differently. The foundation is the same, but how they give and that type of thing can kind of vary. But for the way you set it up for the Trust Village, do you have the groundwork already where a person everybody gives weekly, monthly, yearly? Have you all set that up? Because
we have set it up. Ours is like a hybrid version of the susu. In certain communities, they might only have, like, say, a small portion of villagers doing it, and so they might have it set up where people are doing a small portion of money, and they might be given a bigger portion of money depending on how much people are making. And then they're, like with us, for example, because the village is so many people, we're starting out with a small portion, so we can help people that are going through hardships. But also, we're the way we're starting off, the way it's set up, it's going to be easier because there's so many people that are going to be in it, as opposed to being a small number of people. The larger number of people makes it so we can use a smaller portion of money. If you have a lot of people, then you go around to each person until you get to the next person, and they put in their pot, and you just keep going around in that circle, going around in that cycle until you get all the way back to that first person who started off in the susu. And that's it. It just keeps going in that cycle.
Okay.
It just keeps going in that cycle.
I wanted to stay right there because I know that different people are talking about susu. A lot of stuff that we used to do where people are bringing it back. And I just want people to really understand what it's all about. And when they become a part of the Trust Village, or they hear about susu somewhere else, they understand how it works. And maybe that can take away some of it can demystify and really make people understand what's going on. It's a excellent way to be a part of community, to pay it forward, and it's not something that people have to be afraid of.
Can I say something on that subject? I just want to piggyback on something that Tanya had said earlier. Actually, kind of the reason why we decided to even brand our own Trust Village, because we're an entrepreneurial business group that's using our ancestral village approach vibration. We knew there were some individuals that we were paying it forward to globally, didn't necessarily have the funds to participate in some of the business opportunities that we have available. Because one of the things that we do here at the Trust Village is one of our other goals is to create laptop millionaires, to be able to have a digital portfolio. A digital portfolio with different income streams in that portfolio, very similar to a stock portfolio. So we decided that we can have a susu starting as low as $25 to participate, and that can leverage up into some into a dollar amount that they can take care of some challenges in their family, whether it be, catching up on bills due to the pandemic, or be able to have some funds allocated so now they can participate in some of these business ventures that we have going on in the village. So I just wanted to speak on that. On the reason why we decided. And then another thing too, it's like a circle of trust. What we have been, we've been seeing in other susus, that they get stuck after a point. And unfortunately, it leaves people holding the bag that come in later down the line, and then they don't end up getting gifted. So we realized that the common denominator was that people don't know each other when the groups get so big, and there was no level of commitment. But we knew in the Trust Village that we trust one another, we know one another. And so our goal is to set this up to last a lifetime, that we'll keep on going through the process, re-gifting, getting back in, and repeating and trusting the process. Wow. So that's why.
Well said. Very well said.
Important. That's an important part, because it comes back to how you all set it up. You don't become a part of Trust Village and just get lost in the minutia, lost in the conversations, and nobody knows your name, as they say. Somebody, as you work as teams, you're going to be on somebody's radar, it sounds like, correct? You're not just going to be a part of Trust Village and who is so-and-so? We don't even know. If you want to be active, then you can be active. That's what it sounds like.
Absolutely.
It is. It's just what you said. We call each other. I don't just, people come in. I have meetings daily, Monday through Friday, to keep everybody plugged in, keep everybody social and coming in and getting to know each other. Having, trainings, having a floor for people to be able to come in and ask questions, or just, make comments and interact with each other. So that is a really big deal. Yeah, we definitely connect with each other, and we give our personal numbers and contact to each other. So I have people from all over the globe that contact me. If they can't contact me, long distance through their phone, they can contact me through WhatsApp. Gotcha. So that's what we've been doing, and it's truly fabulous. It's phenomenal.
Well, I tell you what, people need connections right now. So now what you all have created is a major global opportunity for people, where a village is set up on trust, and you're not lost in the deal. Become a part of a susu that is created and intended to last a lifetime. You know how many people will be blessed because of that? It just continually go and grow, and that's exciting. That's really exciting. So a global village, and you're leaning back up on our ancestors. And I know that they are cheering on what's going on here in the Trust Village. This brings me to the epic opportunity. Somebody take that, because you guys are building this Trust Village, and you're not just a village. You are offering opportunities to people. So somebody tell us about the epic opportunity.
I'll take the mic on that one.
Right.
This is Jasandra again. Yes, the epic opportunity. Yes. What the epic opportunity is, perfect timing, really. It really is the perfect opportunity to take charge of your financial future and freedom. So many people, millions of people have lost their job due to this pandemic. Millions of people have been forced to pivot and learn a new skill set that if something happens again, and I hate to say, I believe, this pandemic is first of all, the first one hasn't completed, and rumor has it a second one is on its way. So it's critical to find something that you can do in the safety and the comfort of your home. And so the beautiful thing about the Trust Village is so much gifts and talents in the village. People bring years and years of skill sets. And one of the skill sets I bring to the table is 25 years experience in the relationship marketing space, AKA network marketing space. And in the past, our people in general have had a bad experience with it. I was blessed to live overseas and see how it's part of people's culture. That's how they do business. That's how they relate to one another. Hence why I jumped on and want to coin the word, the relationship marketing space, because really in essence it's relationships, cultivating relationships and nurturing relationships as you join together as a team, as a village, wink, wink, and build a business. And so the epic opportunity came to me because, when you're in the business for a while, people tend to think of you, especially if you had a track record. And I've had a successful track record in that space. So the opportunity kind of landed in my lap. And it focuses around one of the hottest trends out there right now. And that's Forex, the Forex trading space. Very, very hot. There's nowhere on the social where you can go, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and not bump into someone who is sharing a testimony on how learning that skill set has changed their life. And so this opportunity came because it could be pricey to get quality education and quality trainers to teach you their strategy, because it's 1,000 strategies. So it's really awesome to find someone or find a group of traders, successful traders who are currently trading right now that are willing and are passionate about making sure our folks learn the skill set. And so that's what the Epic Opportunity is all about. It's a Black-owned, successful multimillionaire brother who owns the company. And he's utilizing his contacts and his relationships to put together a most dynamic opportunity that doesn't matter you from Yale or jail. Literally, you could come to this, step to this, and plug into the system and change your life. And so it doesn't matter if we're going through another pandemic, doesn't matter who's the president. I pray there's a change. But if not, it don't matter. You'll be able in a position to be able to create an income. I mean, a life-changing income. And I'm talking, what you put in is what you get out of it. Is if you put it, you're all into this, not only will you learn how to make money yourself with this skill set, but you also can make an additional income stream by sharing the blessing. Gotcha. And so because that just fits into the Trust Village mindset, we truly believe in the pay it forward revolution. We have created one by blessing our brothers and sisters overseas who don't have maybe the access financially like we do over here in the States. And so it just fit in. So anytime a global opportunity crosses my desk, I take a look at it, I vet it, and this one has vetted and it has checked all the boxes, and we are excited. So right now, you can get involved with this amazing opportunity for $20. Wow. You can get in right now.
$20.
Wow. $20. Take a peek under the hood, experience the training of traders that look like you, that are successful, who are making 6 figures, in some cases 7 figures a month, learning, teaching this skill set and participating in that space themselves. And so we're excited.
Let me just break in there real quick. Tell everybody why Forex is so important. It's hot, but why we need to learn how to trade, and we need to learn how to do it right now. And then tell us about how once you tell them why we need to learn this skill set, then they'll understand why it mixes right in with the Trust Village.
Well, first off, this is what the banks do with our money that we deposit in the bank. This is what they do. This is what Bank of America is notorious. They have been put on blast many times, have paid millions in fines because they'll hold your cash because they want to trade it and make money off of it. And so that's all they do is trade cash, our cash. And so we're learning skill sets on trading our own money to make money off our money. And so the Bank of America ain't the only one making money off our money. We're making money off our own money. And so it's important that we learn because other nationalities teach this to their children. Okay, they teach this to their kids, let alone themselves. And so it's imperative that we close that divide in terms of access, in terms of learning, whether it be digital divide needs to be closed. Well, this learning curve of the Forex market, the Forex exchange, something that we as a people who spend more money per capita than any other race combined, that we need to participate in this money game. And we need to learn that skill set. Yes. And we need to learn it now, or we're going to be left so behind, we're not going to be able to catch up. So this is our time. This is our
We're
time.
moving towards a cashless society also. So things are happening. We can't bury our heads in the sand. Things are happening before our very noses. And Black folks don't need to be on the low end of the totem pole any longer.
You can
No,
say that again.
No,
no,
it's our
no.
time.
It is our time. It's your time. You just got to take action. You got to
Yeah,
take
that's
action.
it.
And you hear those cliche terminologies and quotes. Knowledge is power. But bottom line, applied knowledge equals success. If you don't apply the knowledge that you have access to
Yep.
and receive, and you don't do anything with it, we as a people, we're so creative. We're so creative, but very few implement. Very few. And it's time for us to change that statistic. We
Well,
need to
you
start
know
applying.
what? On that happy note, I think that we have given people a lot of information. I don't want to fire hose anybody, but because if they don't apply it, as you all say, it's up to them. So now, will you ladies take us to how does a person become a part of Trust Village? Here we are with the call to action. You have these ladies have given you the skinny, the tea, everything you need to know about what's going on. It's built upon trust. It's built upon a village. You're not going to get lost in the village unless you want to. So now, how does a person become? Tell us about membership, because this is everybody's call to action right here. They've been talking. You've been listening. Now let's put the car on the road and drive it.
Well, the membership, the Trust Village membership is free. Current membership is free to join. We offer it to like-minded individuals. We don't want everybody. We want like-minded individuals who are ready to make a change. They just need access. And so we're opening it up to those, and you'll begin to see us all over social very, very soon. And so right now it's free to join. Not only is it free to join, we're offering, starting October 1st, free credit repair. Free credit repair, because we know the power of credit. We know the power of it. And so that's how much we want you to be involved in this community, because it's time to take action. And starting February 2021, we will offer a paid version. It'll be extremely affordable, but you're going to experience value right now. The free version will always have jam-packed value. We'll just have a little more in the, actually a lot more in the paid version. So it's coming soon, February 2021. So simply right now, we will have a link available where you can join our WhatsApp group, the Trust Village WhatsApp group. And, you could just reach out and also, I'll go ahead and share a website, the epicdecision.com. The epicdecision.com is another way you can reach us, and then we'll get back to you. And then you can reach me on, you can messenger me on Facebook. Jasandra Hogains is my maiden name, Gibbs. And you can instant message me, DM me there. And I'll pass the mic to Tanya, and she can give you her contact information as well.
Now be sure to make sure that all this information is in the show notes also, so that people have it. They have it access to it. Miss Tanya, and then you know what? We'll get Miss Tanya's information, and we are really closing in on an hour. We'll get to Miss Tanya's information, and then you ladies just close us out, please.
Okay. So my network, my contact information would be the Megasource, THEMEGA source, SOURCE @gmail.com.
Okay. Got it.
Awesome.
Got it. All right, you ladies want to go ahead and just close out. Last parting thoughts at this time.
And I'll piggyback and give my email address too, because that's a great idea. You can go to Ask Jasandra at Gmail. ASK Jasandra, JASOND as in David, RA at gmail.com. Ask Jasandra at gmail.com is where you can reach me if you want to shoot me an email, and then we'll connect you to the village.
Okay, sounds good. All right, take us out, ladies. Take us out with one last thought.
In regard to the Trust Village, just keep in mind, business networking group of like-minded individuals who are global that are working together and building together. That's exactly what we do for success.
Okay, for success.
And my final thought is that just keep in mind, family, keep in mind that the only place on the planet where success comes before work is in the dictionary, S before W. We're looking for like-minded individuals who are ready to make an impact on their families, their community, and be an impact on the world. This is our time. We can be very effective, and we're looking for like-minded people to join the Pay It Forward movement, the Pay It Forward revolution. We appreciate you all.
I love this. You all have set it up so that you're pretty much going to eliminate the tire kickers. This is, and I'm going to go out on a limb with this, just stating that the Trust Village is the real deal. It is a tried, tested, and proven that know, like, and trust moves the needle. And it sounds as though you ladies have put a lot of thought, a lot of emotion, a lot of research. You've put your all into this. So if you're the tire kickers, don't blow up their emails. You know, if you just kind of lackadaisically going to drop by and just kick the tires, don't waste their time, because they don't want everybody. They don't need everybody, because there's enough of us that are beyond just talking about it and are about it. So on that happy note, I just had to put my 2 cents in, because the world is still full of tire kickers, and Trust Village doesn't need that. They are on the move. It's global.
Amen.
So thank you, ladies. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Wonderful episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Margo. So appreciate you bringing us.
No worries. And hey, I'm going to tell everybody, I'm a part of the Trust Village. Sign me up. Put my name on the dotted line, because you'd be crazy not to be a part of something like this. If you are really on the move and you want to get out of your zip code, this is the vehicle. So that's another subject. We're going to have these ladies back, because I want everybody to be able to monitor the progress of the Trust Village. And this is just the very beginning. You know, they're just on the cusp of what great things they're bringing to everybody. So I'm going to close out this episode. It has been epic. It really has been. So I'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Her business, her voice, her conversation. Thanks for listening, and take care. Wash your hands and wear your mask. Bye-bye now. I want to thank you for listening to Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation. Couple of things that I want you to do right now. Go to my website, pick up a copy of Her Business, Her Voice, Her Reinvention, how I went from game show hopping to international show host, author, and speaker in 1 year. Number 2, please freely listen to each and every episode. Share them out with your family, friends, the men in your lives. And then number 3, get in contact with me, one of the experts that have been on the show, because I want to make sure that you reinvent yourself. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode here on Her Business, Her Voice, Her Conversation.